Hey everybody, this video brings me and Chris out to It's a Toy Show. We are here at the Maze Landing location at Farpoint Toys. We're having a great time. We're filming a video for this area as well, but Chris is gonna go over to the other location, which is, where is that?
Down the street somewhere.
Down the street somewhere to the other location. This is actually happening in 2 spots this year, as it was last year. You guys may remember Chris actually filmed his very own video last year, and we're gonna do the same thing again this year. So I'm not used to doing this, but we're handing off the camera. There it goes to Chris.
You are in good hands, my friend.
He's gonna be filming a video for us now. This is gonna be
the rest of
interesting.
you, I'm not quite sure what hands you're in, but
prepare for the dad jokes. This is gonna be fun to edit, I'm sure.
So like Dave said, I'm now about 10 miles away in Buena Vista, New Jersey. I almost said Buena Vista, Florida. No, Buena Vista, New Jersey. And we're at the Shoreline Vintage Antiques and More store, where this is the second location for Farpoint's It's a Toy Show. So there's many more vendors, and actually vendors inside as well, to check out. So let's see what's going on here. So you know how Dave loves his Star Wars, especially Vice Admiral Holdo, but you know, maybe if Vice Admiral Holdo had some better weapons, like this dual force lightsaber like Darth Maul had, maybe she would see some more very cool merch. But until she does, I think we're gonna see a lot less Admiral Holdo merch and more Darth Maul stuff. Sorry, Dave, it's just the way it is. I'm not sure exactly what this is. Maybe it's a flower pot or something, but I think it's kind of like the MGM lion. So I think Dave has to get this for the museum and, you know, put a flower pot or some other greenery in there and, you know, be a little more welcoming to the museum. I think that's what he needs. He needs a MGM lion flower pot for the museum. Hashtag down below, Dave, buy the pot. Here's something you don't come across every day, MASH beer. That is cool. I mean, if you're a MASH collector and you were, you know, saddened by the series finale, although it was like 30 years ago, if you're still not quite over it and you need to drown your sorrows, there is some MASH beer to drown your MASH tears away. Check this out, some old school puppets right here. Willie Tyler's Lester, the ventriloquist doll, and you can actually be a ventriloquist with this, and all you have to do is pull the string on the back of the box to watch his mouth move. I mean, that's kind of like how Dave and I operate. He literally just pulls the string on the back of my head and I talk. So all the bad jokes and puns you hear, they're all Dave's fault. We're just gonna blame it on him. Okay, so now we're going to the back of the building where the rest of the vendors are. And there are some, there's a lot of people here. So let's see what else is around here that we can find. Oh, Rick, you're at the other show and you're not here, and your boy, he is dancing. He is on tour just for you. This is the Bieber 2011 van, tour bus, and Bieber action figure, and you're not here to see this majestic creature in person. Rick. So here we have Big Dog's Toy Chest outdoor location for the show. He has an indoor location too, which we'll show you in a little bit, but definitely the highlight of his outdoor booth has to be this gigantic Stay Puft Marshmallow Man. Still in the box. Look how it's massive. I mean, it's high on the shelf, but it is still pretty big. Got the swirl of Zool back there. Looks like it's coming down the street. That is really, really neat. Ooh, check this poster out. James Bond back in action in Goldfinger. Mixing business and girls. Mixing thrills and girls. Mixing danger and girls. Man, this would look great in Dave's library. I think Dave needs this James Bond poster. It's a shame Dave's not here. Dave, buy the Bond. Okay, we have our first Muppet stuff sighting. We have the Muppet Babies lunchbox. Of course, it's a metal lunchbox, and it even has its thermos. Wow, don't see that very often. Very cool. I'm not sure what they're asking for, but I already have it in the Muppet stuff collection. But anybody else looking for a vintage Muppet Babies lunchbox and thermos, they have it here at the show. And what better way to buy all this cool stuff than with a New Kids on the Block wallet? That is really awesome. I'm sure it's, yep, Velcro. Ooh, is there any money inside? Let's see. I don't see any New Kids bucks in there, but man, that is tempting to pick up. What do you think? Should I be a new kid or be on the block? In the same bin is this Baloo from Tailspin Head. Somebody call the Cape Suzette News, because I think Don Carnage has won because they have decapitated Baloo. They have a whole table here of Transmorphers figures. I mean Transformers. Of course I meant Transformers. And they even have a whole selection here of vintage Mutu, the whole selection of He-Man, including 2 vintage Castle Grayskull play sets. That is really cool. That's really neat. They even have a bounce house here. The other locations don't have a bounce house. Man, what's that about? Here we have a whole bin of little small tchotchkes. Okay, including some Cabbage Patch Kids cucumber seeds. Those are neat. Oh, and what is going on here? We have just been flashed by some Muppet flashcards, numbers and counting, Muppet Kids flashcards. Ooh, I have to see what they're asking on these. Okay, I might be flashing these to my collection really soon. And no Crazy Joe today either, and he's missing out because we have some lunch boxes here. Popples, this is a Popples, vintage Popples metal lunchbox, and of course, Joe's favorite, plastic lunchboxes. I mean, Dick Tracy, he calls the shots around here, and Joe, you need to pick this thing up. Check out all this great Heathcliff stuff. Here's a Heathcliff blow mold bank and a Heathcliff 3-piece snack set with a plate, bowl, and cup in there. That is really neat. Better hurry up and grab this thing before Heathcliff steals it from you. Of course, all this goodness is brought to you by the Big Kid Store. Well, not all of it, but this booth here is. I mean, at least this booth is brought to you by them. I mean, what can you do? There's some awesome stuff here. Oh my God, look, there is a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle talking toothbrush. And
I took the batteries out.
Oh,
He does.
Turtle fail. Oh, Dave, I wish you would be here because here is Elvira, Mistress of the Dark, Guardian of the Abyss. I mean, I know how much you love your Cassandra Peterson. Here she is, only $110, and you can get your Cassandra on. See? Gotta be here, dude. Here are some Muppet VHS. We have the Muppets Take Manhattan and the Best of Kermit on Sesame Street. These are things you won't see on Dave's videos because he doesn't care about them, but I do. Another thing Dave is getting rid of is his laser discs, but they have a bunch here if he ever wants to restock his collection. Ooh, Rambo, Spring Break, and ooh, look at this. Follow That Bird. Dave needs this in his collection. I believe I already have it in mine, but Dave, if you're missing Follow That Bird, you should follow your way over here and pick this up. There it is. I found it. Everything's done. Call the Guinness World Records. It's over. I found the missing link for only $35. There he is, the plush missing link. Dave doesn't find missing link, only me. Check out these vintage books. We got Transformers, The Fantastic Four, Ring Raiders, Alf, Defenders of Earth, Gremlins, and of course some cool Muppet books. Monster Market with Gonzo and Rizzo, some more Alf, The Dukes of Hazzard, Go Bots, Transformers, Gremlins, Dukes of Hazzard, and more. Wow, that is really wild. And ooh, a whole book about Hollywood blockbusters. Man, Dave, you're missing out on the good stuff. But here it is, the thing that will make Dave jealous that he's not here. I found a Jar Jar action figure for only $10. The Black Series Jar Jar. I think he already has that one, but Misa thinks Dave is going to be jealous nonetheless. Here we have some of the new Masters of the Universe figures, as well as some of the new Transformers. Got some Hot Rod. Ooh, and look at this Soundwave with cassette. That is really wild. These are the newer re-releases, but man, look at those boxes. They are in mint condition. The sound of mintiness is in the air here. Here we have a whole stand of not just Hot Wheels, but all kinds of other pop culture vehicles, including, and this is the weirdest thing I think I've ever seen, a Cheers U.S. Mail Cliff Clavin mobile here by Greenlight of Hollywood collection. I've never seen a USPS mail truck put in a Cheers box before. That is a neat little tie-in. Wow. Better not lose on Jeopardy because you need some money to pay for that thing, but that's cool. I've just been informed it's a Green Wheels limited edition, so maybe the Green Lantern took this one for a spin as well and made it extra collectible. The interesting thing about this box, though, is that Cliff Clavin is barely even on this. You got Sam and Coach. You got a small picture of Cliff on the back and another small picture of Cliff on the side. He's not even the focus of the pictures. He's just like kind of just sitting there. But I mean, this is obviously the Cliff Clavin mobile, so you'd think he'd be a lot more prominent on the packaging. Here we have some vintage lunch boxes. Here we have Superman, unless I think that's Superman, unless I might be mistaken, but he has seen some radiation or something happened to him because he's not looking good. But the Fall Guy, he's looking pretty decent. He's kicking butt and taking names. He's still in good shape. He's there. This is by Aladdin, and in the back he's jumping from a helicopter to a pickup truck. Wow, okay. I think he's, taking on Superman at this point because Superman has some kryptonite going on there, but the Fall Guy standing up for the fight. Here's a whole box of vintage Return of the Jedi photo buttons. Wow, this is neat. You got Yoda and Chewie, their Jedi logo, Max Rebo. Wow, $2 each, set of 12 for $20. So if you're in the market for a Gamorrean warrior here with the poster art, you can find all kinds of great buttons here for like $2 each. I mean, Return of the Jedi, Return of the Buttons. I think buttons need to make a comeback. Here we have a Michigan J. Frog animated box. You turn the thing on the back.
You want to see it in action?
Oh, sure, of course. We want to see it in action.
He does a little jig.
Oh, he does the dance. Hello, my baby. Hello, my darling. Hello, my ragtime gal. Look at that. He's sending you a twist by wire. Baby, his heart is on fire. Baby, you lose me. Honey, you lose me. Oh, man, that's great. Look at that. We're going to get a copyright strike for sure for this. Here we have a Fred Flintstone, John Goodman as Fred Flintstone from the live-action Flintstones movie Plush Doll. And Dave knows how much I love my Flintstones because the Jim Henson Creature Shop worked on all the characters and creatures for the film. Unfortunately, this is not a creature, it's just Fred. So I already have a lot of Freds in my collection. I need the creatures, but wow, you don't see a whole lot of these. That is neat to see. At the other location, we found some records as well, including this More Monkey. So this is more of the monkeys. So Dave, it's definitely a sign. You gotta pick this up. Dave, they have a whole bunch of pops here, including this Dino Ultra Zord Voltron. Oh, it's not Voltron. It's a Power Ranger Mega Pop thing. I mean, you gotta get these. Look at all these cool pops you could be adding to your collection right now. But no, you're at the other location selling non-pops. Tisk tisk. Check out all this cool stuff on this tarp. They have some Pokemon, a Biker Mouse for Mars, even a Muddy Morphin Power Rangers lunchbox. Neither a metal nor plastic lunchbox. That's kind of neat. You don't see those every day. And this really neat Cookie Monster PVC figure still on the card. I asked the guys here and they said they would take $1 for this. So it's coming off the card, but for $1, this is going in the museum. There's also a bunch of vintage PVC figures in here. Oh, here's a Cookie Monster PVC from that same line. Ernie, another Baker Cookie Monster, an Oscar, all kinds of great stuff. Unfortunately, I'm not seeing anything I need in here. There's even an Alf keychain. He kills me. But wow, cool stuff nonetheless. Even Launchpad McQuack. Hey Joe, it's a shame you're not here, or else you could pick up this vintage Star Trek tray puzzle for only 89 cents. That's a really interesting price point for this. I mean, at that price, you could very easily beam this into your collection. I can't believe I almost missed this. Here is a $6 Million Man movie viewer. I mean, Dave, you have to have this in your collection. You need this badly. You were collecting a bunch of movie viewers. I don't know if you have this $6 Million Man one. I mean, it's probably only like $1. I don't think they're going to charge you $6 million for it. I mean, you got to get this thing. I mean, should have been here. Missing all the good stuff. Here's a whole bin of plush figures, and what is this purple dragon down here? Could it be? Well, I think it was Figment. I don't think he's purple anymore. He's a little blue. He's a little blue because Dave's not here. That's why he's blue. It's a blue Figment because Dave's not here. I know that Dave found one of these mint because I was with him when he did, but otherwise he probably would have picked this up for his collection. But this is the second Figment we've seen today, but like I said, he's a little blue because he's missing Dave. Wow, look at all this cool vintage Batman stuff. If only a big dog collected this much Batman. Oh, and speak of the guy, there he is, the big dog himself. And your parents are here too. We'll put your parents on the video. Look at that. Wow, that's cool. We get the whole family's here. It's a family affair, man. Mama's Baked Goods. Dave, these are limited edition. You're missing out. Look at that. Wow.
Come on, Dave, where you at?
Whoa, look at this. Ninja Turtles Subterranean Sewer Hockey. The entire game still pretty much mint in the box. Vintage from Remco. Ooh, that is super, super tempting. I gotta get my shell game on for that one. I don't know. Oof. Man, if I was a turtle collector, I would be grabbing that in a second. All right, I found something for me. They have these Danger Mouse action figures, and I've seen Danger Mouse a few times. I actually have this Danger Mouse in my collection already, but I've never seen this undercover stiletto action figure. That is awesome. They said they would do $10 for this for me, so I'm picking this up for my collection. Look at that, Dave. Finally, some non-Muppet pickups. Look at these Who Framed Roger Rabbit reaction figures. You got Judge Doom and, oh, the all-time favorite, Jessica. And I love how her dress shimmers in the light. That is a nice little feature.
Yes, man.
They are a little small, but you know, that's the whole reaction line. They're all just like that, you know, the classic 3x5, you know, kind of line. And that's all they got. I mean, what are you gonna do? Okay, I found another item I'm gonna pick up for me. Star Wars Droids, the Boba Fett figure. I've been looking for this one. It's not vintage, it's new, but this saves me from finding it later, so I'm done. I found my Boba Fett. I'm happy. Time to go. And by go, I mean go inside, because there are more vendors this way. And of course, the first thing we're seeing as we come inside is this Sesame Street Bookville Farm. It looks like a book on the outside, but you open it up and it's actually a play set. That is neat. So you got Ernie, Big Bird, Bert, and Grover, including a lamb and a fence with a rooster on it. And you even get Penny and Oliver from Oliver and Company in there. That is really cool. So you got a whole farm, city farm, Sesame Street farm, book, figures. It's everything. What more could you ask for? And of course, since Dave's not here, we found some blow molds. Here is Santa and a snowman. Only $50 for these, Dave. I think you need to get these for the museum, your outside, your all kinds of whatever, your Christmas decorations, whatever you would use these blow molds for. I think you need them. And over here we have some more Sesame. Here is the Play School Mini Muppet Motorcade featuring Ernie, Cookie Monster, and Big Bird. You don't often see these mint in the package like this. They're only asking $25. Ooh, that is tempting to pick up for the museum. I believe I have those open, but not mint like that. Super, super tempting. So I talked to my friend Erin, who is a big Burton Ernie collector, and she is gonna take this Sesame Street Bookville Farm playset into her Burton Ernie collection. Can't say I blame her. It seems like we finally found the Muppet stuff. Here is a Rolf plush, which I believe I have in my collection, and a Big Bird bank, which I don't. And okay, I'm freaking out a little bit. I don't even know. This is, I can't even imagine how much they're gonna ask for this, but oh my goodness, it is a Labyrinth Puzzle. Oh my goodness. Okay, I think I have to go to the counter and find out how much that's gonna be. It's a good thing I already have this, because I looked and there's a small tag in the back. I can't get a shot of it. There, you can kind of see the small tag in the back. If you can read that, it's $188 or $80. So whew, glad I already have that, because yeah, otherwise I would be definitely picking that up, but I am glad I'm not dropping $180 today. And they still have this Who Framed Roger Rabbit section with all this great Who Framed Roger Rabbit vintage merch. Unfortunately, I have all of this stuff already, or else I would be picking this up for my collection, but I've already framed it in my collection, so take that, Roger Rabbit. Hey Dave, check out this Magic Eye puzzle. That's pretty cool. Sorry Dave. Your mummy is calling you. Must be past your bedtime. Time to go home. Check out this Noid plush. I mean, we don't see a whole lot of Noid plush because we were all told to avoid the Noid, so that's maybe why you don't see a whole lot of them these days. They also have this New Kids on the Block puzzle, a Bam Bam Bank. I believe this is the precursor to Battle Cat. That's neat. And they also have this Kermit the Frog lunch box. $20. It is in great condition. I believe it also has the, oh no, it's pretty light. Probably doesn't have the thermos, but wow, that is neat for only $20. That is in great condition if you're looking for them. Speaking of thermoses, here is a Shirttails Thermos. This is from 1980 Hallmark, before the Hanna-Barbera cartoon. So this is a vintage pre-Hanna-Barbera Shirttails Thermos. Gotta drink that one up. Dave is always telling me I need to get into the puzzle place, and here's a puzzle place puzzle. No, I'm not picking this up, Dave, but it's neat, and it's a puzzle place puzzle that someone else can put together for their own collections, but it won't be me. Another item Dave has been clearing from his collection are CEDs, but man, there are a stack of them here, including Raiders of the Lost Ark. I think Dave needs to Lost Ark these back into his collection, because it's 12 o'clock high noon time for him to pick these up. Yes, those were all very, very terrible jokes. You're welcome. And now we're in Big Dog's Toy Chest's indoor location here at Shoreline, and it has a bunch of Muppet PVC and other figurines here. Wow, those are really wild. and it even has this really interesting Big Bird alarm clock. I don't know where how it works or what time it's set to, but you can just twist it on the bottom there, and I guess you just very rudely awaken Big Bird with Radar sleeping. And it's odd. He's not even sleeping in his nest. He's sleeping in a human bed. I never knew this existed, but I kind of don't want to, because Big Bird belongs in a nest, not in a bed. And speaking of Big Bird, here is a really nice looking, I mean, this is in almost mint condition, Knickerbocker plush Big Bird from the 70s. Usually you see these and the legs are all beat up and there's all, like, the eyeballs are ripped apart and there's all kinds of goo on them and everything else. But that is a really nice looking Big Bird. I would tell Brian to take this out of the window or it's gonna get some sun damage and it won't look so nice after a while, but wow, that is a good looking Big Bird. Over here is a bunch of dolls. Let's see if we can find any Spice Girls for Dave. A lot of Barbie, more Barbie, Vanna White, and more Barbie. Betty from Betty and Veronica. Sorry, Dave. No Spice Girls. Comment down below if you remember what his name is. I can't remember his name, but I know he is from Capital Critters. Yep, he is a Capital Critter. I think his name is Jamit or something. Maybe that's another figure. I'm not quite sure. But that is a Capital Critters figure. You don't see them very often. Very cool. He's missing his antennas up here. He's a cockroach. I should tell Brian he's infested with cockroaches here. But Capital Critters. So, I mean, that's a very political and astute cockroach. On the bottom shelf, we have these Burton Ernie puppets. They're all hard plastic here, but these are really neat. They actually made two different Berts. I have one that has like this where he's got real hair, but I also have one where he has real hair and real eyebrows instead of just plastic. So if you're on the lookout for a Bert with the plastic eyebrows, they have them here at Big Dog's Toy Chest, but they just, so you know, be on the lookout. There's a different variant where it's both hair. There's hair here and hair there. So there you know. There is your Bert hair tip of the day. Check out these Police Academy figures. Here we have Moses Hightower and Larvell Jones and his bullhorn. Those are really, really cool. What are they asking on these? $85. Holy mackerel. Oof. Man, those figs are so expensive, they stole the joke right out of me. Baby, if you've ever wondered where you can get a copy of WKRP Classics on VHS, they are right here at the Shoreline Antique Mall, right below a sealed $10,000 edition of Titanic on VHS. I mean, this VHS here has the first episode, the fish story, and the ultra classic Turkeys Away. So many of you may not know, but WKRP is one of my top 10 all-time favorite series. Yes, Muppets are probably number one, but WKRP is way up there. And you can get this VHS right here in the VHS section. All right, everybody, that's going to do it for Farpoint's It's a Toy Show Part 2 here at the Shoreline Vintage Antique Mall. Thank you for bearing with me as I hijacked this video from Dave. Thanks, Dave, for letting me hijack this video. Be sure to like and subscribe. Please be sure to check down below for links to whatever Dave puts down there. Please be sure to like Farpoint and the Shoreline Antique Mall. Please be sure to follow me on Muppet stuff. Please be sure to buy all the stuff from Dave's store, and we'll see you next time in the next video from Cinema Sickness and or Muppet stuff.